Okay, so the first question I have is, what is your highest degree and where did you earn it?
My highest degree is a BS in Photographic Marketing Management from the Rochester Institute of Technology.
Okay, so what was it that made you choose this career path?
Well, this is actually kind of a second career for me. I initially had a career in the photography industry from working as a manufacturer's rep, selling equipment to owning a retail camera store that I did for over 20 years, and then as the industry changed into digital photography, I kind of worked then into a photographic studio, and then started working part-time at the college in the IT department, and when a full-time position became available, I applied for that, got that position, and I've been doing that for over 5 years now.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's where you work. Where do you work now again?
Cuda Community College in Auburn, New York.
And your title is?
Manager of IT User Services.
Very nice. Now, what are the duties that you perform there, and what are some of these specific skills someone in your role needs to have?
Okay. Well, the way I see my job, it falls into 4 major categories. I'm responsible for all telecommunications, the phone systems. We have 2 different campuses. So we have a brand new phone system in our Fulton campus, which is a new building, and we have a old phone system in our Auburn campus. So I'm in charge of maintaining and updating and doing everything with those. I'm responsible for all the technology used in the classroom, whether it's a computer, a video projector, an overhead projector, the audio system, whatever it happens to be. We have 5 distance learning classrooms, which are basically video conferencing rooms, which are used for distance learning, teaching one class from one campus to another. It's also used a lot for meetings. And then the other thing I'm responsible for is the help desk. We have a centralized help desk for both staff, students, and faculty with any related problems. For example, we get a lot of calls about passwords and what's my email and things along that variety. So those are the 4 main things that I take care of.
Okay. What is your favorite job duty and why?
My favorite job duty is helping people, whether they're having a problem in the classroom, or if it's helping my student workers learn some new skill. But one of the things I like best about what I do is I have a lot of interaction with people, not only students, but also faculty and staff as well.
That's very nice. Can you describe what a typical work day is like for you?
Yeah, I would usually get in by 7:45 to 8 in the morning. I'll check my email. Then there are certain areas on campuses, or there's events that have equipment needs where the infrastructure is not already installed at that location. So if we have any events like that, we'd make sure that those were taken care of. We seem to be doing a lot more conference calls, so not all rooms have conference phones, so it might be getting a conference phone to a certain meeting room. And as much as possible, I have my students, the student workers that I have deliver equipment, but it just depends on what time of day. Things are needed real early in the morning. It's typically needed because all those students like to sleep.
Yes. What would you say is the hardest aspect of your job?
Probably the paperwork stuff. It's not my strength, not my favorite thing. For example, you have to do an annual budget, and the budget is due this Friday. So fortunately I've got that done already, but that takes a lot of time, and to me in some ways it's kind of non-productive time where I could be doing either helping someone or installing some equipment or taking care of a problem. It's almost like it takes me away from that.
Yeah. What do you believe are common misconceptions about the work that you do?
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think. I guess people may not know how much there is in keeping all the infrastructure running, be it the phone system or
local area network, or even the equipment in the classrooms, that there is a lot to it. And I think with our department, as long as things run smooth, people don't need us, and it's very easy to take it for granted.
Yeah.
It's only when things break down that they, when people can't get their internet or can't get their email, all of a sudden they realize, wow, I really need that, I really want that, and I guess that's important when we have the people to take care of that.
We appreciate you. Okay, last question I have is, if you were invited to a university to give a guest lecture to an MBA class, what message would you try to convey to the students related to your job?
I would relate to them that the customer service aspect of my job in particular, and basically of IT in general, is very underrated, and I don't think it's developed enough. One of the most important aspects of what we do is we may not always be able to fix something or give the person the answer immediately, but as long as myself or my staff sounds compassionate, acts like they care, and understand that we're going to take ownership of their problem, and that we're going to see them through with it, whether we can do it immediately, or maybe it's an hour later or a day later. But you really need to know how to talk to people and relate to people. I mean, people skills, at least according to me, are very underrated. And if you have great people skills, maybe you don't have the most technical knowledge in the world, but if you can relate to people and let them know that you care and you're going to get the thing fixed one way or another, then it makes it a lot easier.
Absolutely, yeah. All right.
One other thing that I'll say is, one thing I stress to I have 4 people who work directly for me, and then we have a lot of students and some part-time workers as well. And one of the things I've stressed since I got this position is it's not what you say, but it's how you say it. And you can tell somebody in a very nice way that to get lost, and as long as you say it in a nice way, it's taken well. But you can say, sure, I'll help you out, but if you put the wrong intonation in it, they're going to think that you don't care.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that makes sense. Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, as a side note, I have stressed that with my daughter Jamie all her life, but I don't know if she still gets it yet. Tell her that I said it's not what you say, how you say it.
I will. Well, thank you very much for helping me out with this.